In the previous part, we built the roadmap for playing major pentatonic across the entire fretboard. To help with this, we jammed our way through the pattern over a root chord sequence. In other words, the root for each chord was the same as the scale. But most songs involve chord changes on different roots, so we need to be confident in playing melodically through such changes. In many cases, you'll be able to play one scale throughout an entire chord sequence. But when the chord changes, the relationship between the chord and the scale tones changes with it. Major pentatonic is compatible with many changes within a major key, which is why it's a fundamental scale to learn. We just have to learn A, what these chord changes typically are, and B, how to negotiate these changes melodically. The easiest way to learn this is to begin by taking it one chord change at a time. As it happens, a lot of songs alternate between just two chords anyway, whether in the verse, chorus, or instrumental section. The first typical major key change we're going to look at is between the 1 and 4 chords. In the key of C major, that would be C major as the 1 or tonic chord, and F major as the 4 chord. The theory behind why we call them the 1 and 4 chords isn't important right now. The main thing is you get to know the sound of this relationship and how the scale interacts with it. You'll hear this movement used in countless compositions. As we learned previously, the 1 chord shares the same root as the scale we use. As F major is a natural part of the C major key, C major pentatonic can be played over both C major and F major. We already know how the scale tones relate to the tonic chord, since they both share the same root. However, when the chord changes to F major, the tones of the scale change their harmonic relationship, because we're now on a different root. So we now label the intervals in relation to that new root of F. It's not so important you memorize the new interval numbers, rather you learn to associate a position in the scale with a particular sound over that chord. See how the root of F lies outside the C major pentatonic pattern. That might seem like a big deal, but it isn't really, because there's plenty of colour available from the scale, with the 2, 3, 5, 6 and 7 harmonizing nicely with the F major chord. If we play the scale just over F major, we can hear how it harmonizes naturally with the chord, even though it's built from a different root. Your task when jamming through the changes is to experiment with different target notes within the scale. I'll help you with this by suggesting target notes for your phrases throughout the track. The jam track we're about to play over will be along similar lines as the previous guided jam, but this time, when the chord changes, different target notes for that chord will be highlighted to encourage you to explore the scale to its fullest potential. If you're unsure how to phrase around target notes, revisit the first lesson in this series. Now, sometimes in songs, you'll hear the same movement between 1 and 4, but starting on the 4 chord. So in this jam track, after 4 changes between 1 and 4, we stay on the 4 and move between 4 and 1 4 times. While this is the same 1-4 movement in reverse, it does open things up to subtle melodic differences, which you'll hopefully pick up on and have fun exploring. As you play through each chord, the next chord's pattern will appear below, so you can prepare your target note for the chord change. When the chord changes, they'll move to the main diagram on the current chord. You don't have to hit your chosen target note bang on the chord change, but try different lead-up delays to your chosen target note. For example, here I hit the target note dead on the first beat of the chord change. And here I delay it a little. In both instances, the target note gave my phrases a sense of purpose and connection to the backing music, and that's the key to melodic soloing. Remember, you can increase the tempo of the track at any time using YouTube's speed change function in the bottom right of the video. Also make sure annotations are switched on for displaying tips during the track. Okay, that's enough theory. Grab your guitar and let's get playing. I hope you enjoy it, and remember to visit the lesson page linked in the description for diagrams, more tracks, and other supplemental content. Visit the lesson page linked in the description for diagrams, more tracks, and other supplemental content. Cheers.